Just hit 6:49. We are following breaking news this morning. This is the most powerful storm ever recorded on planet Earth. Hurricane Patricia churning off the coast of Mexico this morning with sustained winds of 200 miles per hour. Experts say that catastrophic damage is likely. They're warning it could trigger 39-foot waves along Mexico's coast and life-threatening flash flooding. Several million people have been told to prepare for a worst-case scenario. Patricia expected to race ashore late this afternoon or early this evening.
Yeah, some of the popular tourist destinations like Puerto Vallarta are directly in the Category 5 storm's projected path. Remnants of the storm have people as far away, though, as Dallas, bracing for major storms today.
A very good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. Kyle Bosch here with Lisa Bedeau as we're getting started with non-stop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we're also following some developing details for you this morning on a Moorhead teenager charged with killing a man, now recanting his confession to police.
16-year-old Zachary St. Clair told police he killed Brad Carrington because he says Carrington had been molesting him for years. But KFGO News is reporting that St. Clair now says his brother, Anthony Rodriguez, did it. Both are in custody. Carrington's body was found Sunday morning in a trailer in the Manor Mobile Home Park in North Moorhead. Funeral services will be held later this morning for a Minnesota deputy and MSU Moorhead alum who was killed in the line of duty.
Aiken County Deputy Stephen Sandberg was shot and killed Sunday morning during a struggle with a man in a St. Cloud hospital room. His funeral is at 11 a.m. at the Aiken High School. Sandberg was an MSU Moorhead athlete in the 1970s. Police have gone public with surveillance video from an overnight burglary at the Grand Forks Kmart earlier this week. They're hoping someone can help them crack the case.
The video shows the burglar wearing what appears to be dark-colored clothing, a hooded sweatshirt pulled over his head, and dark pants. The burglary happened Tuesday morning, but it's still unknown how he got into the store.
It is now 6:51. Time to get a look at weather and traffic on the ones. A rainy start to this Friday, and Lisa Green, it sounds like we'll need that umbrella most of the day.
That's right. You'll want to be prepared. Even as you step out the door this morning, if you don't have rain falling on your head, you will later, likely. We're going to see some scattered rain showers off and on throughout the daytime hours. Here's a look at the radar. A lot of widespread light to moderate rain in the northern half of the valley. Southern valley, we have some pockets of heavy rain, especially along I-29 in Richland County. But we do have a couple of places where we're getting a little bit of a break in the action from this storm. As we expand the view here, we'll show you that there is this dry little pocket here in South Dakota with this storm right now that will be lifting its way northward into the valley. So eventually, southeastern North Dakota especially, we may get a couple of hours of a break. However, we've got more rain on the way for later on today and into the afternoon. So don't let that fool you. Make sure you have that umbrella as you step out the door this morning. 49 degrees right now in Fargo, 48 in Grand Forks. We're at 46 in Jamestown and Devils Lake, 45 degrees at the moment. And as we take a look at our planner for today, expect to see those temperatures kind of staying level. We're not going to see much warming going on here. Low to mid 50s for highs today. Fargo Moorhead 54 degrees with chances for rain off and on throughout the day. A good shot of some rain showers again this afternoon and this evening, which may impact some high school football games later on tonight. That wind also steady out of the southeast for most of the day, gusting at times into the 20s to near 30 miles per hour. Across the region, expect those temperatures again to be in the upper 40s to the low to mid 50s for highs. Southern Valley, where we get a little bit of a break, that'll be our best bet for seeing some mid 50s today. Update on our rainfall potential. Looks like we're still looking at an inch of rain or perhaps even a little bit more into the late night hours tonight and the early part of the day on Saturday when things start to clear out. So half an inch to an inch and a half of rain totals for most of the valley. There'll be some places that get less than that and a couple of pockets that may get even up to about 2 inches of rain. So all in all, a gloomy Friday ahead with some breezy conditions and off and on chances for rain. Saturday, just in time for the weekend, things clear out. It'll be a little cool, 57 degrees the high, mostly sunny. Sunday, a warmer day, 60 on the way. And then we see our next system roll in next week. Still watching that for some cold air punching in that may bring us a couple of flakes perhaps by Wednesday. Let's check in now with Al for an update on our traffic.
Well, I can tell you the windshield wipers are our friends this morning. You really need them, whether it's from the rain or the road spray, one or the other. it's definitely a windshield wiper morning and a headlights on morning, I might remind you as well. I'm on Interstate 29 headed back south again. Let me tell you something. There is excessive congestion through from northbound I-29, essentially from the tri-level to certainly to 13th Avenue, but really all the way to Main. The biggest problem, of course, is in that work zone area from roughly the tri-level to 13th Avenue. Make sure you're driving extra carefully through there. A lot of merging, a lot of fast movement going on in there. Got to be extra careful. I-29 or I-94 traffic, rather, pretty darn thick as well, particularly westbound. Drive carefully today, as always. Keep those lights on. Willamette Valley Today traffic.
It's now 6 minutes before 7. People in a Southwest Fargo neighborhood are wondering and a little worried about something called gang stalking.
A sign warning people about it was found in an apartment complex run by Scaff Apartments. A woman who works there says the posters were crudely made, and after doing a little research online and talking with Fargo police, the information did not appear legitimate. Now, even if gang stalking is just a hoax, officials say no matter where you live, if you see something suspicious or feel uncomfortable, communication is key. That means either alerting your landlord or, if it's serious enough, calling police. Moorhead taxpayers are headed to the polls next month to decide on a $78 million bond referendum.
If passed, a homeowner with a $150,000 home will pay $9 more in taxes a month. The proposal would pay for a new elementary school, in addition to the Horizon Middle School and security upgrades within school buildings. District officials say if the $78 million referendum is voted down, the school district will have to increase class sizes. The vote is November 3rd. Now, Moorhead isn't the only district looking at a referendum this fall. People living in Dilworth, Glendon, Felton will be voting on a $31 million bond referendum.
And in West Fargo, voters will be casting a ballot on a $98 million referendum coming up in November as well. A North Fargo apartment tenant is hoping for a little bit more heat this winter. Angela Pallas contacted our whistleblower hotline saying that she had no heat all last winter. She also pointed out issues with mold, the stove, cabinets, and a screen door that blew off in a storm weeks ago. Now, the landlord tells us he has a plan to start fixing things and has invited us back in a week to see his progress.
It's Friday, and that means it's time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say Cody Penkowski is wanted for several charges, including possession of a controlled substance and driving under suspension. His picture's on your TV screen right now. Call police if you have any information on where he is.
The Easton Stick era begins on the road tomorrow, and of course we'll be getting you ready for the big Bison football game with our Farmers Union Insurance Bison Football Preview Show. Beth Wool, Chris Berg, and DJ Coulter will be in our Fargo studios. Alex Egan going to be down in Terre Haute, Indiana. Kickoff is scheduled for noon. One reminder that this game is part of a Missouri Valley Conference agreement with ESPN, meaning you can only watch it on ESPN3. However, the rest of the Bison games will be on KVLY starting next week. Well, the days are limited. In some cases, maybe over, depending on how tough you are for your last motorcycle ride before winter.
Yeah, but before you put away all those fun summer toys, there's one event that you can go where you can still act and live like it's the hot days, dog days of summer. How about that? The Valley Today's Christy Larson joins us live from Legendary Motorsports with more on their big bike giveaway. Good morning, Christy.
Good morning, guys. You know, it's four-wheelers, it's motorcycles, skidoos, gear, everything. It's all here at Legendary Motorsports, and I'm here with General Manager Scott Gerke, and we know that the event's coming up tomorrow, but you guys have so many things for people to look at, and tomorrow's the time to buy.
Yeah, absolutely. No, best riding of the year is just coming up. We have ATVs, got side-by-sides, got Triumph motorcycles, Indian motorcycles, Zero motorcycles, Spiders, Sea-Doos, Ski-Doos. Got best deals of the whole year. You got to come down and see us.
And you guys are giving away a motorcycle, and that one's right over here, this nice Triumph bike. And so is that kind of why you tell people to come out? They have the runway show, there's food, and a bike to give away today, or tomorrow. Yes,
absolutely. No, we have the Blarney Stone. It's going to be here serving some of the best food in town. We're giving away this beautiful, brand new Triumph Bonneville. We have the fashion show going on, and it's just going to be fun. We're going to have a blast.
And it's going on from 11 to 4. And Kyle and Lisa, just in case you needed to see what it looks like with someone sitting on it, I'll sit on it today, but tomorrow someone's going to be sitting on it after they win it.
How does it feel, Christy? Does it fit?
Ooh. It feels good. I think I fit, and if someone won it, I think I fit on the back, too, over here.
couple of different options
Oh,
there. Christy
hello.
Wilson reporting live for us this morning. Well, the global celebration of literacy took shape as an attempt to break a world record for the most people reading the same book on the same day yesterday. NDSU's Gold Key Honor Society rallied young readers at West Acres, and there was, as you can see, a familiar face leading one of the story times.
Yeah, I was one of the lucky ones to read to the kids. Of course, this whole project promotes literacy, and this year's goal was to break a record for as many people reading the same book on the same day as possible. This year's book, Not Norman, a goldfish story, very popular with the kids. Let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Only 40% of us know this about our car.
The answer, the license plate number.
I'm surprised it's even 40%,
Yeah,
to be
no
honest.
kidding.
It's hard to remember.
You can take part in our question of the morning at our Facebook page, and lots of weather to talk about on Facebook today, too.
Yeah, we've got, of course, the big story of the day happening off the coast of Mexico. Hurricane Patricia, Category 5 storm, winds greater than 200 miles per hour, gusts.
Wow.
Incredible. Here in the valley, rain will be impacting us throughout the day.
Thanks for joining us. More local news and weather in just 25 minutes.